Hello there everybody, welcome to Faris Boy UAE channel. How are you doing guys? I hope you are feeling good. So now I would like to teach you math about integers and how we use them. Yes, it's by Faris Darwisha that I made it today. Yeah. So integers, and we're gonna teach and I'm gonna teach you also operations on integers. Let's begin. So here we have an definition of an integer. And is the number that is positive whole number or negative whole number except 0. Means whole numbers always are integers, can be positive or negative, but rational numbers such as fractions, decimals, or percentages, I think they are not integers. They are not positive nor negative. I mean, they are not integers only. 0 also is not a negative or positive integer. It's only an original number, yes. Because 0 is nothing, it's just number 0. So here I have some examples of positive numbers, 1, 2, 3, etc. Negative numbers such as negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and etc. Let's go to the next one. So here we have how to compare integers, the second thing. When you have two integers and know the relationship between them, you have to draw a number line and find the integers. First thing we have to do. Integers that are to the left side and below 0 are known as negative integers. Yes, this is known thing. Yeah, like this negative numbers, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, they are at the left side and below 0. So they are fewer than 0, as I wrote here. And integers that are to the right side and above 0 are known as positive integers. Yeah, so positive integers are also an opposite of negative integers, but they are to the opposite direction. Yes, above 0 means up, and to the right side means to the right. So they are greater than 0. For example, here I wrote 4 examples in here. Negative 6 less than 0, as I wrote in the paragraph. 3 is greater than 0 because it's a positive number. When you have only a number without sign means positive. Negative 4 less than 2, but 2 is a positive and negative 4 is a negative number. So negative is always less than positive. 6 greater than negative 1 is the opposite thing. The third thing we have absolute value. So the absolute value is when two numbers have the same distance from 0 but in opposite directions. Means when two numbers are opposite and in opposite directions that they have the same distance. Also, the second thing I wrote in absolute value is absolute value makes the number always positive, not negative. For example, negative 6 with the two brackets in here. Two brackets beside the number means making the number positive. Yes, equals 6, as I wrote in here. And here we have positive 5. Two brackets beside number 5, it's still 5. Yes. Let's begin with the test in the next slide. Here you have some exercises. I'll give you time to answer. Okay guys, are you done from these? Here we have some exercises for you to calculate them by yourselves. Yeah. So this the first one about combining integers. Yeah. We have negative 8 and negative 5. Negative 5 is to the right side and 8 is to the left side. Means that negative 8 is less than negative 5 because it's to the left side. Any number to the left side is less than the number to the right side, always. Second thing is easy. 2 at the right side of 0 because it's greater. Yeah, here we have positive 2, but if we have negative 2 means at the left side of 0, so means it's less than. Third one, it's about absolute value. Two brackets beside negative 4 equal positive 4. And the fourth one is the same thing. 2 positive 2 and the two brackets beside 2 equal positive 2 again. And here the fifth thing we have we have an addition sign with the number absolute value. So the first thing to calculate this addition sentence is find the absolute value of 1. Yeah. So the absolute value of -1 is +1. Yeah. Then you have to add 6 plus 1 equals 7. Here we have the answer key, as I knew. Now let's start with operations on integers. So here we have an introduction. Here I put some operations here for you to know how to calculate them. Yeah, how to use them to calculate integers. So I wrote here, each operation has its own way to calculate. طبعا not all operations share the same way. Each operation has its own way. And there are 4 integer operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Let's go to the next slide. So here we have how to add integers with same sign and different sign. So when you add integers with the same sign, you keep the addition sign and add the numbers. طبعا when you add integers with the same sign, if you have 2 integers with positive sign, means the answer means the sum will always be positive. And when you have 2 negative integers, the same thing, the same way will happen. The sum will be negative. Yeah. But when you add integers with different sign, you subtract and take the sign for the greatest number. طبعا it's not like when you add integers with the same sign. Like when you have, for example, 6 plus -2. Here you have to find the absolute value of 2 numbers, and then you start calculating. 6 plus -2 is the same way as 6 minus 2. So the answer is positive 4. Yeah. So here I provided some examples for you to know. Same sign, 2 plus 4 equals 6. These two have a positive sign. -4 plus -7 equals -11. The same thing. -4 and -7 have the same sign, but in different sign. 7 plus -4 equals 3. You find the absolute value of 2 numbers and then change from addition to subtraction. And the second thing here we have how to subtract integers. Maybe subtract integers has a different way as adding integers. Yeah. When you subtract integers, you use the KCO method. And I wrote for each letter what it stands for. K stands for keep the first number, like the first number in the subtraction sentence. C stands for change the operation from subtraction into addition. طبعا. And O stands for opposite of a number. For example, here I provided some examples in this place, below the paragraph. 6 minus 2 equals 3. Different sign, you have to find KCO. You can add a negative. 6 plus -2 equal... wait, my answer is wrong, sorry. I was about to write 4, but 3 is wrong. Forget about this issue. So the correct answer is 4. I wrote 3 by mistake. So 6 plus -2 equals 4. Or you can write it as a subtraction sign. 7 minus -4 equals 11. Negative means positive. You add 7 and 4 together to get number 11. -2 minus -3 equals 1. You have different sign in here. Negative, you make it positive 3. This means that the answer is -2 plus 3 equals 1. Yes. And how to multiply integers? It's easiest one. Easier than add and subtract integers. Yeah. So here I wrote the steps of how to multiply integers. When you multiply integers with the same sign, the product will be positive. طبعا when you multiply integers, whether if the integers are negative or positive, the product will always be positive. And when you multiply integers with different sign, the product will be negative. طبعا يا شباب طبعا يا guys, I mean, when you multiply integers with different signs such as negative 4 times 9 means you have to add negative 4 9 times. Yes, didn't you know that multiplication is known as repeated addition? So as I said, negative 4 times 9 is known as the answer, or the product, negative 36. Why? Because you add negative 4 to the left side 9 times. You can add negative 4 plus 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 negative 4 to get to negative 36. Yes. Or you can write it in a short way. Negative 4 times 9 equal negative 36 as our final answer. Okay, now let's continue. For example, here I provided examples of the same sign, and here I wrote 7 times 9 equals 63. These integers are positive, so we get positive 63. The same way when you put two negative integers when you are multiplying them. Negative 7 times negative 9 equals 63. Even when you multiply two negative integers, has the same product as when you multiply two positive integers. Yeah. And here we have multiply integers with different sign. 6 times negative 4 equal negative 24. Yeah. As I said to you in the previous example, you have to multiply negative 4 here 9 times from the previous example, but now you have to multiply negative 4 6 times. I mean add 4, negative 4 6 times to get negative 24 as our final product. Negative 4 times positive 6 equal negative 24. Yeah. How to divide integers. Now طبعا يا شباب, divide integers has the same way as multiplying integers, and here I wrote the same way as in the previous slide. When you divide integers the same sign, the quotient will be positive, and when you divide integers different sign, the quotient will be negative. For example, here we have divide integers with the same sign. 36 divided 3 equal 12. Two positive integers, we divide them to get positive 12. Negative 36 divide negative 3 equal 12. Two negative integers, we divide them so to get positive 12. Different sign. Negative 24 divide 3 equal negative 8. One negative integer and one positive integer, we divide them to get negative 8. 24 divide negative 3 equal negative 8. The same way, the same thing I mean. Let's begin with the test also in the next slide. Here we have some exercises for you to evaluate them. I'll give you time to solve them. Okay, now let's begin with the first one. 6 plus negative 5. Here we have add integers. The different sign, you subtract and take the sign for the biggest number. 6 minus 5 equal 1 as our final sum. 7 minus 3. Here we have subtract integers. You can write it as KCO, keep change opposite. 7 plus negative 3 equal positive 4. 4 times negative 4, different sign, the answer negative. 4 times negative 4 equal negative 16 as our final answer. 3 divide negative 1, different sign by dividing also. The answer negative 3. Negative 9 plus negative 5, same sign, keep and add. Two negative integers, we add them to get negative integer, negative 14 as our final answer. 6 minus negative 2. Here we have subtract integers. Yes, here we have the same sign. So you add so you keep the 6, change the subtraction into addition, and find the opposite of negative 2 to get positive 2. So the final answer is 8 as our final answer. 6 plus 2 equal 8. Let's look at the answer key now. And that's how I am done from this lesson, guys. I hope you like this video. Goodbye, everyone.